I got asked today if in my personal life I use any of the skills or techniques that I teach my clients in mental health counseling. And I love that question because it gives me a great opportunity to share number one, I'm human, and number two, of course, I use these wonderful skills. They are evidence based, so I would be dumb not to use them in my personal life. My absolute favorite, to be quite honest, is from dialectic behavior therapy. And it's actually called tip skill. And in tip skill, we use ice to ground that stress response or in moments of extreme emotion. So when we're struggling, we can grab ice and we can hold it in our neck or hold it in our hands and hold our breath for about 30 seconds. And after that, a few minutes of interval movement so that your heart rate goes back up. And then I follow it with the use of breathing so that I can regulate my emotions. So in moments of extreme emotional responses, I reach for my ice, and you can bet that. Now, for difficult emotions, I also use a lot of the distress tolerance skills from dialectic behavior therapy. I love self-soothing. That is one of my absolute favorite. And I love the fact that I can use music at any moment to ground my body just by putting on my headphones and listening to my favorite song. I can also use the outdoors and watch nature. And in a few minutes of just watching nature and connecting emotionally to that space, I can reduce my distress. So the skills for dialectic behavior therapy are one of my favorites, and I use them all the time. Of course, I love my cognitive behavioral skills, and I use a lot of the challenging for my thoughts. So when my thoughts feel like they're out of control and they create emotions, I use techniques to challenge my thinking, and I observe my thinking with the learn DBT skills without judgment, with the use of mindfulness. And as I'm watching the thoughts, I'm understanding that those thoughts are not helpful, and I'm shifting them and challenging them. So you can bet that in these years as a clinician, I've learned a lot of skills and techniques that can help me manage my distress. So when you go to counseling, ask your clinician, what can I do to reduce my distress?